I don't know if I'm saying it right. Video.
Video.ai. We use it all the time. That's how we,
right?
yeah, that's how we do all of our reels.
Yeah.
Like I do it when I'm editing the podcast. I'll use it. I'll like you just drop the link in on YouTube or upload the video. It scans through. It probably takes about 10 minutes and it breaks it up into, it'll title the videos too. So it's watching it, knows what it's about.
It's crazy.
In like different chapters, you can pick the layout, you can pick,
Yeah, I think it's
you
great.
can trim them and adjust
I don't
them.
use it nearly as much as you do.
Yeah, I'll usually pick a clip. I use it to find a clip to like put in the beginning of the podcast.
You gotta let it down, 'cause you can work wherever now.
Well, hey guys.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Welcome back to the Work Wherever podcast. My name is Sydney.
I'm Roy.
And we have Roy here, and we want to do like just a quick fun podcast today.
We talk so much about artificial intelligence, and we talk so much about all the cool things that it can do, and both good and bad.
A lot about security.
A lot about
the end of the world.
Yeah. And so we're like, we need a more light episode.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the cool things that I see.
Right. And that's what we were like, how about we just do a quick podcast?
Yeah.
Maybe 20 minutes of just listing out the coolest things that we've seen and used with artificial intelligence and automation.
And used, okay.
It doesn't have to be used, but like some things that we've seen and then some things that we've used.
Okay.
Give them some practical things.
Sure.
Both on the artificial intelligence side and on the automation side.
Okay.
And then give them a little bit of the takeaway. Maybe they can download some of these things.
Okay. Mine are more fun. I'm assuming yours are more practical.
Some will be free. They probably are, yeah.
It's okay.
Some will be free. Some will cost you money. But all of them we think are good.
Pretty fun. Yeah. And I'll see if I can like not screen share, but I'll
drop some clips
I'll screen record my phone and like I'll drop in clips of
when we edit the podcast, we can drop it in there. If you're watching us on YouTube, which if you're listening to us on Spotify first or iTunes or any of those platforms, first, thank you. But we're on YouTube and you can see us, and Sydney and I are real people and we're in the same room. So it's not like we're on like a weird Zoom call or anything.
I can't see my hand. Oh, no, they still can't see. There you go. There's your hand.
Yeah, see?
We're really close next to each other.
So
probably like 2 feet.
So yeah, so that is find us on YouTube and we'll drop those links into the show description. Maybe if we could find them.
Maybe a lot of mine are on TikToks.
Okay, well we can drop the TikToks in.
Yeah, I'll record the video.
Okay, cool.
That's what I have to do for Roy because I can't.
I don't have TikTok,
so I have to screen record them.
I'm anti-TikTok because of my clearance. That's why.
I know.
I have a clearance. If you guys don't know, I feel like I say that every episode. All right, so who do you want to go? You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. So the first one that I'm going to do is going to be an obvious one, and that's Photoshop.
Okay. So yeah, I have something about Photoshop.
We have Creative Cloud within our organization, and I have Photoshop, and some people started sending me photos.
I just got my wedding photos back.
Sydney just got her wedding photos back. One of our employees, who shall go unnamed, was like, there are so many photos that I wish that I could use, but certain people are in them, or it's like not appropriate or not business appropriate, and I was like, well, send me some. Let me see what I can do. And my first initial thought was like, well, Photoshop can do cool stuff and you can just clip people out, right?
Right.
I open up Photoshop and it's like artificial intelligence tool pops up.
Is it the generative fill?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And it walked me through this like tutorial. It was like, do you want to use this? I'm like, well, yeah, that's not why I opened the program, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And so I start clicking and it's like, if you circle over here. So it was like a picture of like a castle or something.
Right.
And it was like, circle this area and say add water. And it like turns rocks into like a lake.
Yeah.
And it's like circle over here and say add sheep. And then like add sheep to a pasture.
Yeah. I've also seen where they take the picture and they put it on like a bigger canvas and they just highlight the whole extra white part and they just say, okay, generate what it thinks would
something that would look natural and cool.
Yeah, so I've seen like underwater ones where they just generate like the whole sea around it. Like it's wild.
So cool.
And it's pretty accurate.
It's not bad. I mean, you have to prompt it a few different times to like get some, because some of them you're like, well, I'll tell you what it doesn't do well is faces. If you want
Hands
to
are
add
really-
humans, it is weird looking.
Sometimes there's like weird overlap. Like if you're holding something, you're like,
You're like, oh, that's really weird. So I took some of these images and it was like, remove this person, add this, change the outfit, because like the people are wearing the same thing, right? Because it's the same event.
Right.
So you could be like, change the outfit. And then I was like, I wonder how else I could take this. And so Haley and I have our wedding photos.
Anyway, so we ended up cutting people out, and so they were
We did cut people out.
They were just pictures of her.
Yeah, but we changed them, and to use, we actually created some that are business related out of them. It was like, put this person in business attire.
Out of your wedding photos
and yours.
Oh,
and I took
see those.
Definitely with Haley. So Haley has a lot of photos from our wedding that we still have. You know,
is it the one you posted today?
Posted one? It's on my Instagram story.
I don't think I like looked that hard at it, but
so that one on my Instagram story is Haley in her wedding dress. She's like spraying her neck, I think, with perfume. Is the original?
Oh, maybe it was yesterday.
It's the original
I don't
photo.
See it anymore.
Let's see if I can find it. The original photo is Haley, like I said, spraying her neck with perfume, getting ready for our wedding. And it's a great picture of her. And I was like, I wonder what I can do like with this photo here. And here's the after. So like, you see how she's like turning her.
Yeah.
So like
that's the one that you
that's
did.
her arm. Her arm is actually right. Let's see. Let's see.
She's in a wedding dress in that picture.
In that picture.
For real.
She's actually in a wedding dress, getting ready, spraying her stuff with perfume, and it removed her arm of where she's spraying, and then instead of it holding like, I don't know what she was holding, like something, I don't know what it was, but it added like business paper drawings, and it put her in a blazer. Well, actually before that she wasn't in a blazer, she was in like a white dress that didn't look like a wedding gown.
Right.
And I was like, Haley,
to fix it.
I was like, Haley, look at this. And she was like, wow, that's really cool. Tell them to put me in a blazer,
right,
or like a jacket. I was like, okay. And then that's how we got to this. And then we still had the background that was like wedding-ish, and she was like, put me in an office environment, and this is what it came up with. And she was like,
it's pretty cool.
Great.
I've seen like versions of that before where people are like using them for headshots.
Yeah.
Like especially like the AI generated pictures. So like, what is it called? Dolly and
Dolly.
Things like that. They'll upload pictures of themselves, and then it'll generate like headshots.
Right. Make a headshot out of this.
Professional headshots. Or like, I'm in a tank top in some picture. Can you highlight your shirt? Put a polo on me.
Which
or
we
something.
did that with your picture when you first started, I thought, right? Didn't we change like your attire?
No.
We didn't? I thought we did.
No, we didn't. But yeah.
Well, we definitely did
cool.
with this.
You can even do it in Canva now a little bit. Obviously it's not as accurate, I don't think, as in like Photoshop, but
well, there's a picture of me that I posted on Instagram too, where I'm teaching a class. I'm standing up with
yes, it was a black and white one.
No, it's not black and white. It's on my actual feed. It's me holding a Sharpie. And so I was using the whiteboard to talk about a topic in tech. And there's two people standing in front of me that are like, yep, in the real picture. So that's AI generated.
In the real picture, it's just a big, I know this picture. It's just a big whiteboard in the
It's just a whiteboard behind me, which I didn't care about the whiteboard. What I cared more about is there's two people sitting in front of me, and I wanted to remove them, which it did.
Right.
And I was like, okay, well, now it doesn't look weird that there's these two people.
Well, it looks like you're giving like a presentation in this.
Because I was. And I was giving a presentation. And so, but I wanted to remove the people who were there because like, I wanted to be the picture.
Right. Well, I think that's a little bit about like those creative jobs that people are worried about. In the beginning, I mean, part of it I can see.
Look,
photo
when you do it,
editors.
I mean, look,
But imagine you're, a photographer and like how much time that would save you. There's people in the background of this picture.
Mhm.
You can still use the tools, like, you know what I mean?
I'm not a graphic artist anymore, but I went to graphic school. So I'm proficient in Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator and Premiere, and like I know how to use those programs pretty well. So for me to do these things,
Was it easy?
Yeah,
So
but
it walked you through it.
But I did multiple things, and I'm like moving things around using the magic wand. Like I'm not just like circling something and being like, change this photo of my wife to be, you know what I mean?
So there was a new, it's Adobe as well, but I saw the article today, and it's just says like new photo editor.
Is it
in AI? But essentially, I mean, from what I read briefly,
there is one that will just generate it.
Well, it'll automatically like just pick up the different objects in the picture without having to highlight them or anything like that. Like you're holding a suitcase, okay, so it knows you can just drag and drop it, do whatever.
Oh, that's
now.
Yeah, so
treating
that's
flat
not what I
objects
was
as
doing.
layers is what it says.
What does it say?
Latest Photoshop AI is truly the next level, treating flat objects as layers.
Yeah, so Photoshop.
Yeah, it's in Photoshop.
Yeah.
But it's their new update. This article is from today. So I think it's like brand new.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was a couple weeks ago that I was messing with.
Yeah, I've seen that generative AI.
Yeah.
Generative fill, but this is from an event they just had.
Well, that's awesome. I love Photoshop. I mean, I've been using Photoshop for like 20 years. Stardust?
Which use Photoshop as if each element in an image existed on a separate layer.
That sounds awesome. I mean, I love Photoshop.
Can also make intelligent adjustments for less precise commands. A button labeled remove distractors instantly deletes the blurry people in the distant background of a photo of a couple.
Yeah. So that's what I wanted for that picture of me standing up, is I wanted to remove the blurry faces and some people are like making a weird face, you know?
But it's saying if you can just type remove distractors and it automatically knows.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. I read that today.
So that's mine. That's my first one.
That's a cool one.
Is Photoshop.
I wrote that down on my list here.
You did?
Other ones were like specific examples of like things I just like really think are cool.
Okay.
Mine are a lot of like pictures, I think, that I like, but I always send them to Destiny and TikTok. But anytime, like, my first one that I wrote down, especially since we've been watching Harry Potter recently at my house.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Harry Potter. My husband has not seen past the second one, so he's like,
what?
I know.
You married him without knowing what house he belongs to?
Oh my god. I don't care that much. I'm not like that weird about it. But
what?
It's funny. He'll make predictions and he's
what
like,
if he's Slytherin?
Snape is so horrible.
That awful Snape.
I'm like, yeah,
he's
so right.
Bad.
He's like, Harry and Hermione, they get married for sure. I'm like, you're right.
Yep. Harry and Hermione, that's it. You nailed it.
I know. But anyways, I thought one was really cool is that people will take like descriptions from books of characters and put them into AI and say like make the character based on this description, and it'll pop out like the picture, and a lot of times it'll look like exactly like
you would think it would look.
Like you would think, yeah.
What's that called?
I don't know.
Some on AI. some AI TikTok you saw.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, AI story characters or something.
I tell you what, there's an AI for everything. Which told you, if you guys are listening to the show, I told you that I said hold. Don't buy these things. Not yet. Remember when I said that earlier this year? And I was like, we're about to see an AI insert clip here.
So like here's one. So Katniss Everdeen, build of a forager and a hunter, small in stature but not starving, gray eyes, dark straight hair, olive tone skin. Like you know what Katniss is supposed to look like.
And then it generated it?
I mean, it looks like that's what it came up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then who portrayed Katniss?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah.
How closely related was her, Jennifer Lawrence, playing the character?
It's a picture I just saw you.
I know. Let me see it though. I missed it.
Oh, okay.
That's the AI.
Here's Jennifer Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
And then this is what it came with. Oop.
Pretty close.
I've seen closer. So this one here, Bella Swan from Twilight. Okay.
Bella Swan.
Have you seen Twilight?
I have seen Twilight. I'm married.
So Kristen Stewart, I hate Twilight. It's not my thing either. I mean, it's pretty similar. It's like actually very
Let me
similar.
see. Oh, that's super similar.
Okay, so like Belle Swan.
Yeah.
Belle Swan right in
Yep.
the background there, and then like this is what it like came up with.
That's nearly identical to Bella.
Right.
Bella
It's
Swan.
like super weird.
Yeah.
But there
you
was a Harry
also
Po-
have
okay,
to
here's a Harry Potter
understand that
one.
probably like I bet you that if the books hadn't already become movies,
Right, you wouldn't
You
know.
know?
Okay, so here's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
So there's Daniel Radcliffe. That's what he looks like. Right
Yep.
there, the description there, and this is what it
That
came up
is an AI photo of Harry Radcliffe. There's no way.
Maybe.
Well, that one's a little different, but okay, that kind of looks like Harry's dad.
Do you ever see the ones where it makes like it'll make like people like children?
No.
It's so funny.
See, for that one, I kind of have a problem with because that AI probably queried the internet looking for pictures of Harry Potter.
They have a lot of Harry Potter ones. Here's Summer I Turned Pretty.
I would want to find one that didn't have a movie.
See,
and was like generate an AI character of this book, you know?
I know. I'm looking at one right now for Summer I Turned Pretty, and there's no way it's never seen the pictures of like what they look like.
It looks like the person just as a cartoon.
It does, in like the same.
Now, maybe it was really great casting. Maybe that's what it was.
Well, it could help with casting directors.
That's an interesting thought.
I mean, they never, not like they always like stick to it, but it really could.
Yeah,
like,
I could see that.
When determining who to pick for your
we
movie.
know Hollywood loves this show. All of people love everything that I have to say.
Uh-oh.
The camera went out.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Do you want mine?
No. You can still hear me, right? My audio is still around. My camera died.
You're just paused. It just says GoPro now.
That's okay. Why don't we just maximize you?
Okay.
We can just do that.
Okay.
And it'll just be you. Your video. People want to see you anyways. Nobody wants to see me.
I get so used to looking at this. So yeah, that was my second one on my list, was the storybook characters.
Okay.
I thought it was cool. I always think it's interesting.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. All right. So my second one, what would be my next favorite AI? I mean, honestly, it would have been Cortana and all the stuff that I was able to do with all of that. Copilot, I really like Copilot and all the stuff they're doing with Copilot. I feel like we talk about that.
You can make really cool PowerPoints.
So much. Yeah. I feel like we talk about that a lot.
I know.
There is Power Apps. So I'll just do like the new insert. How about that? Within Power Apps and the Power Platform, you can now integrate ChatGPT and OpenAI into the Power Platform, into your business applications. So your CRMs, so Microsoft Dynamics, Power Apps, so your business applications that you're building, your model-driven applications, you can integrate ChatGPT or OpenAI into them now through this insert that was released at the Microsoft Power Conference that our people are at right now. I like have been peaking, you know. So April Dunham's there.
Is he?
Who we've had on the show at least twice.
Is she?
Maybe 3 times. Of course she's there.
Well, she works for Microsoft.
She's a Microsoft Power advocate.
Yeah.
So she posted something that was along the lines of, you know, with the videos and the images that I'm really excited about is integrating OpenAI into Power Apps applications where you can just be using your app. So imagine if you're in our CRM and we're like, you know, which opportunity have I reached out to the least? And then it'll pull up the 3 opportunities that we haven't called or talked to. Or like what we were doing today. We were going over the federal opportunities, right?
And Dynamics.
And we're like, what is this? Like, why do we do it? And we could be like, well, which one of these, you know, pull up all of the email correspondence surrounding this, and it'll pull it up. So that to me is really cool. Like those are the things that are more practical to me where I'm like, when was the last time I emailed this person?
Yeah, you're not good at email.
I'm awful.
I know.
And I know that you know that as my assistant.
I do know that.
Because Des will poke me constantly and being like, have you done this? Have you looked at this? Have you done that? Have you done this? And I know you used to do that too. And I know that you miss it so much. So
I know. And then he would just ignore me.
Well, it's because I haven't done
and
it.
I would like reply to like a comment that I made. I'm like, have you done
I know,
this
like
yet?
forward comment.
Have you looked at this yet?
Like, no, I haven't done it yet. But I like that. I like the focus feature within Microsoft Teams, which I know is not new.
You use that all the time.
I
You
love it.
focus on your. I know your focus time gets disrespected though.
So
We're like, oh,
disrespected.
Roy's focusing.
Right. Meeting. Hey, I just
That
put
means
the
he's
meeting
free.
right in the middle of your focus time. Hopefully that
Yeah,
helps.
we do that a lot. Otherwise, we would never get it to talk to you because you're super busy.
I know. But yes, I do enjoy the focus time. And then the last one I'll say is Dolly, which we kind of touched on a little
Dolly.
bit with Photoshop.
I think Dolly is a lot of these pictures that like
Yeah.
the generated pictures.
Which Dolly is free now.
Yeah, so like type
Through
in a
Bing.
description, type in what you want, and it'll come up with a picture.
Yeah. If you use Bing Bot, Dolly is free. If you use Dolly from OpenAI, it costs money. You have to like buy tokens.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. I went on there the other day to try to do something. I don't remember what I was doing.
Should we use it right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see.
Do a picture of
Bing Bot.
Bing Bot. Yeah, through Bing Bot. It said that DALL-E, which I have the Bing Bot thing on my phone.
Which one is it though? It's so hard to find.
It should be in like your browser, which mine just popped right up. See, I just have now that I'm on my phone, and then it asks use ChatGPT 4 or use Bing Bot or whatever, and then for Dolly, it gave me the whole like update. I got a push notification from it and everything, and was like,
well, I'm getting the one from OpenAI. I don't want to pay for it.
That one costs money.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it later.
Here it is. Bing Image Creator. Yeah. Image Creator is what it's called. Create art from words with AI. So here, I'll say, we can't create right now. That's what it said. Which
it's not working.
I posted about that the other day. Actually, I was on LinkedIn and I was like, I was messing around and I was like, I wanted to use the Bing Bot because they were posting so much. Microsoft was like hyping it up. And so I went to it and I was like, write me an engaging LinkedIn post.
Right.
And then I was going to break it down on LinkedIn. And it straight up said, we can't help you right now.
Yeah. I used to get that a lot in the beginning of like ChatGPT when it like we first started talking about it.
Yeah.
It would always be busy.
So it's called Microsoft Bing Image Creator powered by Dolly 3. Gotcha. And it's in preview. And so describe what you would like to create. I'll say, create me an image of my executive assistant who is also on a podcast.
Blonde hair.
Who is blonde hair.
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
Fair skin.
Fair
kind of
skin. Medium height.
5'6".
And athletic build.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, I'll say
skinny
athletic build.
That's a good one.
Join and create. And now it's creating my image. We'll see what we get. We'll see if it comes up as Sydney.
In a blue hoodie.
Sitting in blue hoodie, right? Yeah.
In a blue background.
But yeah, so I got the push notification this week. And I was excited about it because Dolly, I think Dolly's pretty cool.
I think it's one of my favorite things. I think it's just so cool. I have a lot of creative things on my list, so I'll go back to it. My other favorite ones are a lot of like in each state. So you see this a lot on TikTok. Mm-hmm. You'll see like stories. So like when the Barbie movie came out, they did like Barbie Dream House in each state. Have you seen that?
No.
I think it was on like BuzzFeed, which I hate, but
well, we had talked about how BuzzFeed at the beginning of this laid off like
I know
so many people.
Well, for them it's fine because their news articles are
trash,
literal trash. But here it is.
Basically making BuzzFeed lists with AI.
Here it is. So it's a Barbie dream house in each state, and it's AI generated. I'll pop it in online. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a hot tub.
What the heck is that?
You clicked on an ad.
Oh man.
I do enjoy hot tubs though.
Okay. There it is. So like Alabama.
Yep.
Alaska.
Oh, they're in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Arizona. Arkansas.
What does Virginia look like? California, that's pretty cool.
All the way to the bottom.
Let's go down to VA.
Or they also, I've seen like where they do like, oh, the typical family in each state is like always interesting to see what they put.
I would be interested to see what Virginia looks like with that too. Texas, it probably has like cowboy hats.
Here's Virginia.
That's Virginia?
Yeah. Which
Yeah, that's not far off.
minus that kind of looks like your house, honestly.
It's a little smaller than my house, but it does look like
What is that?
What is that?
A house for ants?
Yeah.
That's a
great Zoolander.
That's a good one.
That's solid. That could have made the last podcast. Should have
I
made the
know.
last podcast.
But I thought they're always interesting.
West Virginia,
Wisconsin, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
That looks like the house
like,
from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes. It's still creating my dolly image, by the way.
It's working hard on my face.
It is.
But I think those are really cool. You'll see them a lot on TikTok as well. Like it'll generate like what Christmas looks like in each state. I tried to find this one for Destiny. I couldn't find it. But I don't know. I just think those are all so cool to like see what it thinks of each place.
And I guess my last one. Do you have one more?
My last one was I'll show you a picture here.
All right, while you're pulling up your last one, I'll go with my last one. My last one is video, which we use video.
Oh, that's a great one.
Constantly.
I use that all the time.
And that's how we create all of our reels.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on there and started playing with it to see, like, because when we first started messing with it, it
was brand new.
It was brand spanking new. And it was like basically just wrote captions, and you could pick a template. And now you can have like build your own template. You can add emojis. You can do like different headlines.
You can add music to them now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Video is awesome.
It breaks it up into like chapters now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can edit within, because before you couldn't edit the clips like in there. I think now you can cut them a little bit.
I've edited. I have add transitions. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's transitions. You can like make it spin so that it looks like, because with like a Reels or TikTok or whatever, to make it to like how they do that, like transition to make it like it loop. It seemed like it loops. You can do those in video. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Video.ai.
We use it all the time. That's how we
right?
Yeah, that's how we do all of our reels.
Yeah.
Like I do it when I'm editing the podcast. I'll use it. I'll like you just drop the link in on YouTube or upload the video. It scans through. It probably takes about 10 minutes, and it breaks it up into. It'll title the videos too, so it's watching it and knows what it's about.
It's crazy.
In like different chapters, you can pick the layout. You can pick,
I think it's
you
great.
You can trim them and adjust
I don't
them.
use it nearly as much as you do.
Yeah, I'll usually pick a clip. I use it to find a clip to like put in the beginning of the podcast.
Nice. I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about it.
But it used to take me so long, like especially when I was first starting to learn how to do it.
Well, I had to teach you how to use Premiere.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I would have to go through, watch the. Not that I don't watch the podcast, but I have to go through, watch all the podcasts. I mean, sometimes I don't watch the ones that I film because I filmed it and I know what's in it.
Right.
But go through, watch the podcast, pull out the clip, trim it, figure out how to put captions in Premiere.
Well, we were
export it, do all that stuff, and break it out myself. And yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot. We were using Microsoft Teams. We were uploading the videos to Microsoft Teams to generate captions because Microsoft Teams can do that.
Well, Premiere can do that.
Premiere can do captions?
Yeah. No, that's what I used.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. There's an AI tool for
you.
Premiere can generate captions. How about that?
I think it has been doing that. But we were paying somebody to do it for a little bit.
We were.
And yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you'll probably see that all the time. Like any of those podcast clips that you see, and you can tell if it's the same layout as well, like who uses it. But it's so helpful. And so time saving.
It is. And eventually, like you're saying, you'll be able to tell who's using these tools. And then the people who will stand out are the people who are actually using real editors. And so like it'll come full circle.
Right.
When everybody's using something and everybody looks the same, then it's who stands out. Right now, it's just like pumping out content.
Right. Which is where your human beings are going to come back into play again.
It'll all come back around. Right now, though, we were just like, well, we need to get reels out and we need to get clips of the show out.
What we need it to do,
Exactly. And eventually, maybe, when we need to make a differentiator for the show, because right now, I don't think there's a lot of podcasts that are using it as much as they should.
Right.
And we pump out I mean, we
I
drop
didn't
like
put
what,
one out a day.
on TikTok and Instagram, but on YouTube we post 3 a day. Shorts,
which they do. I mean, for a podcast our size,
it is pretty good.
I mean, yeah, some will get a couple thousand.
Yeah. I mean that
So it definitely works. The method.
It does what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. What was your last one? I'm still generating.
Really? It's okay. I want to see it. My last one is along the same lines, but it says, I asked, this is like my hospitality self. I asked AI to create Alice in Wonderland themed resort.
I remember you talking about
Did I show you that though? So like there is like front little thing. Here's the lobby.
That's cool.
That's a cool one. And then like the hallways. Bedroom. There was a Winnie the Pooh one I can't find. But yeah, there's like a foyer. I don't know. I just think things like that are so cool.
I think that's really cool. I do. And then I do think that could help with planning. So if you generated a bunch of ones, so here's something that Lego does that AI could help with. So Lego has this app. My son has it. It's called the Lego Creator app. And so you make something out of Legos, like whatever you want. You know, what's something you're into? What's something you like?
Ooh, they have like bonsai trees and like bouquets and like cornucopias now.
Bonsai trees.
They have like flower ones.
So if I were to create a bonsai tree out of Legos, not following a kit, mind you, I create my own bonsai tree and bowl and scene.
Right.
I upload it to Lego Creators. If it gets a certain amount of likes or feedback from the community, then Lego will put it under review to see if they want to put out an actual kit. And
that's cool.
And you can become like a Lego master, I think is what they call it, right? Where you create kits for them, right?
That's
so
really cool.
Artificial intelligence could use this to say resorts, you know?
Yeah.
What resorts, we're going to say this is a, what was that? Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, here's a Winnie the Pooh one. It's like honey.
And so like if whichever one gets the most likes and shares and feedback from the community will create
Pooh's Honey podcast.
You know?
So cute.
I think that's a way that people could utilize this, like in the hospitality industry. It's like, we'll create the next Disney World ride or experience based on whoever gets the most shares and likes of these artificial intelligence things that we've created. It would save probably millions of dollars for people who are just like, I think it would be really cool to create whatever. And people are like, well, we never wanted that.
These big designers, yeah.
You know, I think it would be, and we'll have to create the Sydney image. We'll have to drop it in after the show because it's still
stop
creating.
it.
I'm not going to stop it.
Just screenshot it to me when it's
I'll
done.
have to screenshot it to you.
Anyways, mine were just silly little things, but
they're all good.
I don't know. That's the stuff that catches my eye when I'm like scrolling, because I know all the other like. It's fun to just see cool things sometimes instead of like always talk about like work things,
tasks and reminders.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else we got on your list? We touch all of them.
Yeah.
All right.
I had to brainstorm really fast there.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, thanks guys for hanging out. Like and share. If you're listening on the audio and you've been listening to us for however many years it's been, then check us out on YouTube, especially this episode, because it's basically just looking at Sydney, and that's cool.
I'll insert.
And you'll insert.
I'll insert things. Just like it's not image. Just me.
Right. Just okay. Well, that works too. But yeah, usually my GoPro works the entire time.
Sitting over there with like a balloon with a face on it.
I am actually.
I know.
Yeah. We recorded a couple episodes, so that was about 2 hours of audio time that we.
Oh, sorry.
About 2 hours of audio time that it needed. There's a picture of me taking a picture.
There you are.
Of Sydney. So
I'll pop that in.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out.
I remember.
Check us out on the YouTube.
On the YouTube, on the Instagram, on the TikTok, on the we don't use Facebook too much, but
we don't use Facebook.
Not
as much as we used to.
I think our TikToks are so funny, and Roy doesn't get to see them half the time. But
I know.
I always have to explain to them like, no, this is like a really funny trend, because like Instagram gets it like like 2 months later, he'll be like, "Oh, I saw this thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, I saw it
that
2
is true.
months
Like
ago."
you guys will post, like I'll share something to our chat. So usually I send you guys like articles or like something. We have a group chat where I'm sending you news articles that we can talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I'll send you something and you guys will be like, "Oh yeah, I saw this on TikTok like 3 months ago."
Mhm.
I'm like, "Oh, well,
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
whatever."
Well,
But thanks for listening on the YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening on the audio. If audio people, come on over to YouTube and hang out with us. Put your comments in put your comments, ask some questions or whatever. Maybe we'll talk about them. We can do that, right?
we can. I mean, yeah, if enough people leave
Yeah, I
comments,
mean, yeah,
we
if
can
enough
do
people
a
wanna
whole
talk about it,
episode of
Do
answering
some
questions.
AI. So, well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Until next time, you got anything else?
No.
All right.
Well, maybe actually we can do a Q&A.
wanna do that?
Maybe we can do. Well, maybe if we put the questions, or like we can do an Ask Me Anything in our Instagram story,
Uh-huh.
and people can just ask their questions,
We can do that.
and we can. I mean, if enough people do it, we can answer your questions, but we can have them submit them there.
I'm down with that.
Ask your AI questions. You can do that.
Works for me.
I think more people would maybe respond.
We can do a QA. Oh, I'm so sorry. I took that picture of you while we were recording.
It's okay.
I won't post that one.
You told me I had a resting bitch face today.
I did tell you.
You have a big time RBF right now. I'm like, well.
And it wasn't as bad as Courtney's. Courtney used to look at me like she wanted to kill me.
She probably did.
She probably did want to kill me. She probably still wants to kill me. But all right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. Until next time.
See ya.
See you. Hey there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for all the latest videos from Capital Presence.